Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. Basically, stating that I am an advocate for the God that I know. And I want you to know that the God that I know, that plan, that God's plan, it allows human beings to have it all and be happy. Now, everyone dreams of having it all and being happy. You know, this is the dream. Now, everyone, as I said, want it, but they don't want to do it God's way. There are many ways you can approach it. Some work hard, committed, and many of them financially, economically make it. They can access the things that they desire, want, or need. And it can make them feel real good. But happiness, they do not find, because the same things that troubles anybody at the lowest level of life has nothing to do with paying bills for those at the top. But at the bottom, they still have troubles, trials, and tribulations, and so do those who are very rich. They're just not on the ground, they're in the clouds. And so people work hard, many of them give it all they got. And some make it, as I said, and others don't. Well, they don't amass enough money for the convenience. Well, many take advantage of the loopholes. They commit crimes. And some of them do well, and some of them get arrested and do time in jail. But then there's also a dark side that we speak of. It's the side that is not made so public. It's like a secret society type thing. And it supposedly is led by Satan himself. And it allows people to reap the benefits, the maximum benefits that you can reap in a society, especially a capitalistic society where everything is about money. And it allows you to have the greatest amounts of money, the millions and multi-millions and billions and multi-billions and close to trillions, if not trillions. All of that. But it costs something. This is the real dark side. This is where the power that controls the earth and all that earth is supposed to be about in its secret ways. And for you to participate, you have to sell your soul. You've heard that. I don't know if it's true or not. Nobody ever asked me to sell my soul. I never considered it. But people who have gone and gotten information through being actually involved, and some just talking, I don't know, but the dark side exists because the wealthy exist. And what is it that would allow them to receive millions of dollars? I mean, 50 millions for a 6-year contract, when you can spend your whole life working day in and day out and getting a few breaks. And then if you don't die early, you have to retire on a minimum income, and all of the sicknesses and diseases that you have to endure because your insurance is not adequate enough. And wow, you see what I'm saying? All of this on the dark side. But you've heard about blood sacrifice. You know the story without me going into it. And it's all about that paper. All about that paper. People will sell their souls for that paper. Many people sell their souls for nothing. But some who got something to offer, who are wanted and desired, can receive great amounts of money. But then this is where I come in. I try to say to people, there's something called euthanasia. Now, this is for people who are well aware of who they are, what they are about, and they are very conscious of the decision-making process that they are about to make. And that is, many reasons might fill in those blanks. It depends upon the individuals. But it is concluded that now is the time, the best time. And they have made it through a society that is set up, the system, set up to allow people to exercise their power. And they take a cocktail and pass on out of here. I might speak a little bit more about that later. But that's something that we must always consider. We talk about suicide. We're talking about people, well, we only approach death one way. Nobody wants to die. Everybody wants to live. Keep them here forever till they can't breathe no more. Just keep them here. That's the way we've been taught about death. We have not been taught that death is a door that is there to give us freedom from hell. And the way we leave here from hell determines the joy that we have as we leave here from hell. Do we leave here running without any real purpose? Are we leaving here because we are being chased for the goodness and the kindness that is being represented in our doings? Are they chasing us because of the exhibit of a God divine that they just don't want to have anything to do? People are being drawn to change. Or are we just sitting around hoping that we have somebody come out of the clouds and save us so we never have to die? Are we going through those kinds of changes? Well, the message started off saying, God's plan allows you to have it all and be happy. Now, what do I mean by that? Stop for 1 second and realize that all of the resources that are on the earth, that's used for everything that exists on the earth, everything, whether it has to do with food, whether it has to do with clothing, whether it has to do with shelter, whether it has to do with education, whether it has to do with health care, whether it has to do with transportation, whether it has to do with energy, whatever exists, the resources for the existence of that is given freely, free as a gift for all the things that it can be used for the benefit of humankind. Now, who prepared from these resources these goods and services? We, the people. We, the people, are engaged every day and night in every kind of way that these goods and services that have been determined essential by people are being made manifest. Now, look at it this way. The most sanctified thing in this process is to know what it is that you want to do and have the ability to do it. And knowing it, it gives you your greatest joy in doing. This is how you're attached to it. This is why you're constant. This is why you're committed. This is why you're dedicated, because it is your dream. And in knowing, yes, your individual dream, that's all. Just your individual thing. It is collectively brought together, and it produces all that you want, you need, and desire. And it belongs to you, all of you who made it can access it as your will and desire. And because it all belongs to you, you're not wasting stuff. You're not belittling, just throwing away, acting stupid. Why? Because this is your work. This is your work. This is the greatness that you have done. It's very important. And in exercising that in that form, exercising it in that fashion, then you are really on top. Now what? All your needs, all your wants, and all your desires are being met at your leisure, and every day you're doing that which gives you your greatest joy. Mine. Costs you nothing else. You don't owe anybody a debt. There's no reason to commit crime. There's no reason to lie, cheat, and steal, unless you want to try to change the world and make people feel that they're better than others. If you want to do that kind of stuff, then that'll happen. But having gone through a lifetime of hell already, and now making the decision that you're going to make a change and make that proper change, becoming protection, becoming insurance for one another. And my friends, you will be happy as well. But that's God's plan. That's the God that I talk about. That's the God I want to introduce you to. The God that loves. I want to thank you so very much for now. I gotta go.